I'll show you two techniques so you'll be able to create your own. Book pages are easily accessible, and napkins are so versatile and full of a wide range of themes and colors. Using two different techniques, we can use our napkins and our book pages. Hi, Best Buds, it's Cathy, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. The first technique, obviously, we're going to need some book pages. So I'm going to just cut the strings that hold this book together. And then I'm able to lift them out using this full sheet to my advantage for this project. And then with my glue stick, I'm going to glue both of these pages together. And then taking my wet glue, my art glitter glue, I'm going to glue around the edges. Then I'm starting right here where the pages are attached, lightly placing my hand going across just to help not have any bubbles occur. So we've got two pages glued together. I'm going to do a couple of these, and we need these to be dry before we start folding them. Once your paper is all dry, we'll want to turn it the long way. And we'll take one end and fold it up 3 inches and give that a nice crease. Then I'm going to turn my paper around this way, and I'm going to fold this end over 2 inches and give that a crease. Now we're looking something like this. And now it's time for me to do a little inking. I have my Distress Ink tea dye color, and I'm going to be inking all my folds and all my edges. Now, after inking all my edges and my folds, I look like this. Here's the napkin that we're going to be using today. It's a very large paper napkin, and we want to remove the plies. This napkin has 3 plies, so I need to remove 1 more ply. You want to get down to the single ply with the print on it. With a very small, inexpensive paintbrush and a little bit of water, we'll want to get our paintbrush wet and look to see what image you want to take out. Think of your paintbrush as your scissors, and the water is the mechanism that allows the image to be pulled from the napkin. As you can see, the water is absorbed in the paper napkin. By chance, if you put your paintbrush with the water and you draw around and it goes into what you want to save, set your napkin aside, let it dry, and then go back to it once it's dry, nothing has happened, and try this method again. Once you have gotten what you want, lightly pull the edge of the napkin, and where you have applied the water, the napkin will release and your image is removed. We are going to be making this into an envelope, but not quite yet. So this is going to be the pocket of the envelope. This is the flap. So I'm going to turn it over this way, and this is the side in which you would have your address and your stamp. And let's see how our image looks on this side of the envelope. I love it. I think that's beautiful. All right, so we've got this side taken care of. Now let's turn our attention to this side, the flap side. And we'll need to bring our napkin back in. This time we're looking at the image because we want to put something on the bottom and a little something on the flap. I think this image would be beautiful right down here at the bottom. So with my paintbrush with the water on it, I'm going to do the same thing as we did before, and using my paintbrush as my scissors and the water as a tool to be able to cut the napkin, we're going to remove this little piece. I kind of have an idea of what I want after looking at the napkin on the envelope. Then pull the napkin away I think this might be a little large, but sometimes it's better to have it large than make it too small. So let me place it right here, and then I'm going to pull this down. That's going to look gorgeous on there. Now I want a little something up here. Bringing our napkin that we've been working with back in, I think this flower, this little clump right here, would be beautiful on the flap of the envelope. So now I know what I want to remove from my little napkin here. And I'll just draw around the edge. I find this so much fun. I could do this all day long. Bringing our envelope back in, you could place that right there, and then this piece is going to go right here. Oh, that's going to look gorgeous. And we already know we're going to use this piece on the other side. So let's do this side first. Let's open it up like this. I'm going to paper clip this so that it will hold it just a little firmer and it won't keep bouncing up and down as much. Look at where the image is touching the paper. So about in this area here. And once again, I'll be using my Elmer school glue. If this was an empty bottle, this much would be glue and this much would be water. If you like Mod Podge, then you should use Mod Podge. My go-to is the white school glue. Add your glue onto the paper about where you remember the image is going to be placed. Spread it out. You don't want any globs of glue. Then pick your napkin up and lay it into position. Think something like this. A little bit more glue on top and brush it out gently from the center outwards, making sure you get the edges, but you can't keep going over it. Maybe once, maybe twice, and then you have to stop because you will end up ripping your napkin. Now I'm going to let this dry before I continue. So now the bottom is all dry, and I can close this so that we can put on this piece over here. Maybe something like that. So I'll move my paper clip over here to this side, and we want to place the glue around this area here. Spread the glue out just a little, and then add our napkin and add a little bit of glue around the edge, making sure you get the edges of your napkin glued down. So now this side is dry, and we can turn it over and we can apply our napkin onto this side. We'll be doing the exact same method, adding our glue, brushing it out, and applying our napkin, adding some more glue, making sure we get the ends of our napkin glued down well. The napkin looks like it's printed on that paper, doesn't it? I have two of these envelopes using the same napkin because I wanted to show you a couple of techniques. But first, let's go ahead and let's remove these little pieces of napkin that are hanging over. Now you can tear them if you wish, or you can use your scissors to trim them off. And yes, it does need to be completely dry before you attempt to trim them off. All right, this is how they look completely open. Now I'm going to take one of these to my machine and stitch around the edge, but the other one will be using a Sharpie permanent marker fine point. So start anywhere, and we'll want to draw a line. And we're going to draw a line all the way around our piece. It doesn't have to be straight, but try your best. And it doesn't matter if you fall off the edge, it really won't matter. So let's go and let's just draw our line. And you can tell that it's not that straight, but then we're going to keep going. And it's not even that close to the edge. I've gone around one full time. Now let's go around again. And this time, let's kind of weave close and over the other line that you have drawn. Like this. And once again, it does not have to be perfect. In fact, if it's not perfect, that is what makes it so very special. It will end up looking like this. Now this one I'll take to my machine and I'll stitch a straight line, kind of straight. And then my second line I'll weave in and out and we'll compare the two. All right, so this one is the one that we made with our pen. And this one is the one that I sewed on the machine. So whether you have a machine or you don't have a machine, you can still make it look super cute. Let's go ahead and let's glue these together, making them envelopes. I'm using my art glitter glue, and you'll want to apply your glue down here on this bottom folded area. And you can hold it in place by placing a paper clip or two on the ends. Next, let's take this pretty white lace and add it to the bottom of our flap. And for this one, let's use a cream piece of lace. To glue my lace on, I'll be using my high temp Surebonder glue gun. And I now have an Amazon affiliate link where you can use the items that I use. How sweet. Just a little bit of lace on the flap. And with our pockets glued closed, we can now turn them over to the front side and we can add some faux stamps. You can also accent them a little more. You could add maybe a little butterfly with a flat back pearl, or maybe you'd like to use a larger fussy cut. You can also use this napkin technique on all sorts of different pieces of ephemera. So now that I've shown you how to use this technique, let's move on to the second technique, napkins on book pages, but in a different way. For technique number 2, I have my book page. It's still together, so I'll cut them apart. So you'll need one book page for each napkin. You want to remove all the plies of your napkin so that you end up with just one ply of the printed part of that napkin. You want to get a little bit of wax paper. And then place your book page on top of the wax paper. And you'll want your napkin to cover that book page. Now, I never did say what size this book page is. So this book page is 9 1/4 inches by 6 inches. I like to look to see what side do I want for the inside of my envelope and what side do I want to apply my napkin onto. So I like this side for the outside of my envelope, meaning the side that I'm going to be applying my napkin to. I'll be using my Elmer's white school glue, and if you like Mod Podge, then apply your Mod Podge on top of your book page. With my flat brush, I'm going to just smooth out my glue onto my book page, and I'm making sure I get around the edges. And I'll take my napkin and I'll lay it into that glue, press it down, and then apply more glue or Mod Podge on top. And from the center outward, brush your glue or Mod Podge out smooth. And you can go ahead and go onto this extra napkin that you have sticking out from the book page, because you really want to get your napkin glued on to the edge of your book page. Remember, you don't want to go over it too many times. You will rip your napkin if you keep brushing onto your napkin when it's wet. So now with the wax paper, you can easily pick this all up and place it aside for it to dry. I like to do this project in the evenings and let it dry overnight. And then in the morning, it'll be ready to continue on with the project. So I have 2 pieces already dried. So here's one that we just did. And I showed you the fall leaves earlier. I did one of these. And I haven't taken it off the wax paper yet. So what you'll want to do is just gently lift up on the napkin. And once you get to the book page, just gently pull that wax paper away from the napkin and the book page, and it will come right off. You can save that wax paper if you want and do another book page napkin. Turn your book page on this side so you can see where you will need to trim away your napkin from your book page. We're going to be folding our pages to make them into envelopes the exact same way we did in the first portion. But first, if you want to take yours to the machine and sew around the edge, or you can draw around the edge also. Remember, we took our page and we folded up 3 inches and we gave that a crease. And then we folded this end over 2 inches and we gave that a crease. Then we brought in our distressed ink and we inked up all the edges and the folds. And with our wet glue, we pulled this portion down and we added glue here and here and glued our envelope closed. You can decorate these envelopes in so many different ways. I used some sari silk ruffles on the flap of this one. I used some lace on this one's flap. And this one has some beautiful velvet ribbon. Each one is tied with a thin satin ribbon. And on the opposite side, they've been decorated a little differently. But each one of them has a faux stamp in the corner. This one has a mushroom and some lace. This one has a wax seal and some lace. And this one has a butterfly with a touch of lace. 2 techniques using book pages and napkins. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.